Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It is 3:04 a.m. and it is a beautiful Sunday morning here in Candor, North Carolina. That's the United States for you folks that are overseas. Wow. Actually, I should be sleeping, but something encouraged me to get up. And I got up to come in here this morning to get my Bible. And I was like, I wanted to know what something was. But whatever it was I wanted to know, my thought process got shifted and put onto Matthew 6. Matthew 6, the whole chapter of Matthew 6. I don't know what happened. I just got in here and as soon as I thought I was finding one thing, next thing I know, it just jumped to Matthew 6 and it just opened my eyes up to something. I'm in the middle of, and I have been doing this for the last month, trying to revamp my charity organization and trying to do a lot of stuff with the radio stations, trying to help different people in different areas. But after looking at Matthew 6, I wondered, we do a lot of ministry on Facebook. Everybody does something on Facebook, but there are a lot of ministers on Facebook who are always posting everything they do and they tell you, yes they do, they tell you, I'm not doing this to brag on what I'm doing or anything like that. I'm just putting it up here so other people can be witness and stuff like that. And that's cool. That's good. I like that. But the thing is, we also have times when people ask for prayers on Facebook and we post back to them. We say, I'm praying for you or praying for everyone, praying for the family. And we're basically letting other folks know that we're praying on that situation. Now, I kind of am like, how does this go now? It goes two different ways. It could go either way about praying and stuff here in Matthew. Well, let me read what Matthew says first off. Okay, Matthew 6. I'm going to read verse 1 through 2. Take heed that ye do not your alms, I'm sorry, I ain't got my glasses, y'all. Alms before men to be seen of them. Otherwise ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. Now, that part there. So out of all this, I'm going to stop right there for a moment. Out of all this posting we're doing on Facebook, I'm praying for you. This is what we did at the church, da 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 da. Are we conforming to the world? Is Facebook a trick of the enemy having us conform to the world? Or are we really doing it with good intentions and encouraging people to really get out here and just spread love, spread love? Because I can tell you firsthand, when Facebook first came out and I first got my first Facebook page, I saw people, I'm going to tell you, I was not in the church like that. I was an alcoholic when I first got on Facebook. But I would comment on people's stuff praying for you or thank you, Lord, and stuff. And sometimes I wouldn't even mean it. I mean, I'm just being real. Sometimes I wouldn't even mean it. Sometimes I would tell people, yeah, I got you right now. I'm going up in prayer for you. And I wouldn't be going up in prayer for them. I'd be turning up a beer. So Facebook is kind of tricky when it comes down to spreading the gospel, because if you don't have real and true intentions, and I'm not even worried about your reward, I'm worried about your soul and the people who will get hurt in behind you. People who, people just take a liking to who they take a liking to. And when they see that you're not who you are, it breaks them. It gives them a sense of hurt. It gives them hurt. So are we doing it for recognition or men, or are we really just doing it? I mean, why can't we just see where somebody is asking for prayer and just pray for them? I'm just curious on that. Why can't we just pray for them and without having to put that on there? But see, I do it myself too. So that's what I'm asking the question. I'm asking the question. If you have any answers that you want to put to it, we have a comment section down at the bottom. Tell me what y'all think about it. Tell me what you think honestly about, telling people on Facebook that I'm praying for you, or either sometimes people may go through different tragedies and we'll put up underneath their comment, I got something for you, I can help you, and stuff like that. Are we wrong to do that? Should we just go to the inbox and do it? Or leave it out in the opening. Because it goes both ways. Sometimes people post their tragedies not because they really feel bad about it, but sometimes people post because they just want that attention. And that's kind of like conforming to the world too, whenever you're just seeking attention and not really searching for true and divine help. It's something, how Matthew 6 just tells all about it. So are we conforming to the world? That's what I'm saying right here. Are we conforming to the world when we post on Facebook that I'm praying for you, or I got you, I can help you, when we could just pick up the telephone and call? We could just inbox the person where it would be private. We don't have to all the time tell people when we're praying for them, right? So what would y'all say to that? Let me go on and read part 2. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. Oh, let me go on to number 3. But when thou doest alms, let not the left hand know what the right hand doeth. And that's something. True worship results from the desire to serve God, not men. So at some point we become people pleasers. We become people pleasers whenever we start, just doing what everybody else is doing. If we don't do it like they do, then something wrong with us. God is far more important than pleasing men and trying to, just get a word off of him. You cannot con God. You can't con God. I don't care who you are. You can be the biggest preacher around here, making all the money in the world, but you can't con God. He knows your heart. He knew it way before you were even born. So, when we give, is it good to talk about what we have given to somebody? Now, for me, I don't like to tell people what I give other people. I don't like to do it. I never have been like that. I was born like that. I never have. Well, I'm going to say I was raised like that because I guess I got that from my mama and daddy. I've never been the type that wanted to just do something and be just put all in the front about it or just tell everybody about it. Never been that type of person. If I do something, I just do it. And most of the time when I do something, I'm going to do what I love to do. I'm going to do something that I can really put my heart into. I'm not going to do nothing that I got to sit back and mumble and complain about, and become a hypocrite on that as well. So I don't publicize everything that I do. So I publicize some things that I do in my charity organization so that we can continue to get donations to do the work that we do, but I don't tell everything that goes on behind closed doors. Now, I see some people that are always, they always telling everything that goes on behind closed doors. And I personally feel that's not right. That's not Christian like, because, why would you want to help somebody and then throw it back in their face? I've been in poverty level whenever I didn't have no food and somebody had to help me with food, and next thing I knew, they were telling everybody. Not only did it bring shame upon me, but it made me kind of passive. I started holding in my anger. I didn't want to ask anybody for anything else. And I didn't ask anybody for anything else for a long time because of that happening to me. So we have to think, are we conforming to the world whenever we're getting on Facebook? We're saying, I'm praying for you. I can bring you some food. I can bring you some shoes. Are we conforming to the world? Are people using Facebook as a way to just glorify themselves and to have men glorify them. Now, I seen a part in here about the prayer. Let me see if I can find it. I really wanted to do it, oh God. Let me see. I really wanted to say this because, I am speaking on the prayer right here. Now, I had it earlier. Dun, dun, dun. I had it, but I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is, and it might take me too long to find it. Oh, I hope y'all are having a beautiful night or morning wherever you are. And I appreciate you tuning in. Wherever you are listening from. Okay, I don't see the part I want to see in here. And that looked like it. Now y'all bear with me now, because I ain't no Bible scholar. I just get up, and if the Lord has me to read something and study something, then I know it's something in it for me. It's something that He wants me to know, and He gives me understanding to it. But I don't know where all these scriptures are. I'm not going to lie. And I'd rather be honest with God, because I ain't no people pleaser. I'm humbled, but I'm not a people pleaser. Oh no, I'd rather please God. You don't need to glorify me for nothing. Nothing at all. I tell people all the time, when they want to bring something or give me something back for doing something I do, I said, you don't owe me. Why would you want to, if God laid on my heart to do something for you, why are you trying to return that favor? When I give something that's from the heart, you don't owe me anything back in return. That's another thing where I tell people, a lot of people go out here and they want people to support them. That's it. That's what I was... ain't that something? That's exactly what I had woke up to study about, is people supporting one another. Y'all, I'm excited now, because that's exactly what it was. People supporting one another and how they get mad when people don't support them. And I was laying in my bed and I was thinking, I used to be like that. I used to be one of those who would get mad when people wouldn't come support my programs, when people wouldn't, help me out with my charity and stuff. I would get so upset about it. And then one day, 3 years ago, it hit me. You're not even supposed to be doing this for yourself. So why are you mad? It hit me like that. And I was up trying to find some scriptures with that. And what came up was people pleasers. So that's how I got into Matthew. Cause I was basically looking for stuff on supporting people. And that's the same thing with supporting people. When you support people, listen really good. Listen really good to this. When you support people, it's the same as giving a gift. So you need to be a cheerful giver in your supporting. When you support, don't go supporting looking for anything in return. When you go support someone and you do it straight from the heart, I couldn't pronounce that word. I had to stop there. When you go to support somebody and you do it straight from the heart, you don't look for anything in return. You don't say, well, they didn't come to me, so I ain't going to them. That ain't right. That's not how it's supposed to be. You don't do that. When you operate out of love, you understand that sometimes things come up and that sometimes people just don't want to come to your program. People don't want to come hear you sing. Some people have boring programs, and not everybody is into that type of program that you may be having at the time. So you have to have mercy on the other people that you're looking to support you. When you get out here and you do something, you do it for God. That's why it goes back to that. Do not do things to glorify yourself. You need to leave some of this stuff private that you're doing. Don't do it to glorify yourself. Do it to glorify God. See, that's the difference. Whenever you do it to glorify God, then you don't have those feelings inside of you where they didn't support me. I ain't going to do this. Look, let me tell you, I have been to several programs. I have done several things with several people. And I put it out there. If I put it out there, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I ask them, I don't keep begging them or nothing like that. I just go on with the flow. I go on to the next people. So we have to be careful that we are not conforming to the world as Christian believers, that we're not conforming to the world whenever we're having programs and looking for support and